Welcome back to the research world. Today we will be discussing what is a literature review matrix and how we can draw a review matrix. So let's begin by first defining what is a literature review matrix. So the literature matrix is a tool and a process for systematically reviewing the literature for identifying important information in specific research articles, that whenever you are going to write article or write your thesis, so you need to go through the previous work. So finding out and identifying the important information in the previous research will give you a more and more better results, and drawing them and comparing them in a matrix is known as a literature review matrix. Literature review matrix helps you to quickly compare and relate scholarly articles in your field of study. What is the purpose of the literature review matrix? That why do we draw or make literature review matrix? So a review matrix will help you easily identify the differences and similarities among different articles about a given research topic. And the purpose of completing a literature matrix is to help you identify important aspects of the study. So identifying the important aspects of the study and comparing the differences and similarities among the different articles on a particular topic. Now, what is a sample of the literature matrix? So this is a sample that there are different columns in a matrix or in a table. So you can see there is the author or date column, theoretical, conceptual, framework, and up to the last, that is the implications for the practice. So there are various different types and the samples of the literature matrix available, and you can use any one according to your field of study. Some another sample could be this one is a most a simple way of the literature matrix in which you have to give the information about authors, year, title, methodology, analysis, and conclusion. Now let's see that how to draw literature review matrix. So how we can make the literature review matrix for our research purpose. So this is very simple. You just need to open your Word document. This is for example my Word document. You can draw a table. You can make a table of your choice very easily in the Word. You can adjust it according to your needs. So for example, this is my literature review matrix template. Now how I will complete this table, or how I can accumulate or compile information in this particular matrix. So for example, I'm going to make a literature review matrix in the field of the banking. So how can I do it? So for example, I have two research articles on the measuring the efficiency of the commercial banks. So I want to make a literature review matrix in the case of the banking sector. So this is a particular paper. This is the title. So copy this title from here. That is the title of the paper. Copy title and put it over here in the title section. Okay. Here is the publishing year, that is 2006. So just copy this and put it here in the column under the year. Now who is the author? So there are multiple authors in this particular paper. So just copy these authors from here and put it over here in the authors section. Similarly, now you can see that the next column is about the methodology. Now you have to look after what a particular methodology has been used in a paper. So in this paper, I have studied, I have gone through this paper, and I have analyzed that this particular paper has used a technique in the banking, and that is a data envelopment analysis, that is normally called as the DEA technique or the DEA approach. So this is the methodology. So paste it over here, that is your methodology. Now there are two main important sections, that is the analysis and results, and that is the conclusion. So you can check the conclusion of the paper from here. This is the conclusion portion. So this is this conclusion portion is a bit very lengthy. So you need to take that portion, that is the final conclusion, and you can rewrite that conclusion in few terms, in a few lines. So for example, I can copy, for example, this is the summary of the conclusion, for example, and I am going to paste it over here. So this is my results and analysis. Okay, and in the conclusion you can go to the abstract, and in the abstract the few lines that is describing your whole paper or the article. So just copy that. So for example, this overall results, this is the main portion of this paper, so copy it and paste it over here. So this is the information that you have obtained from a single source. Now similarly, this is the source first. There can be 1,000 or hundreds of your research papers, and you need to repeat these steps. So for example, this is my second paper, and in this second source you can see that this is the title of the paper. Copy it and paste it under the column of the so you can check this as the title of the paper. This is the year, and that is the 2008. Similarly, you can see that this is the here is the author name. So just copy this author name and paste it over here. Similarly, you can see that in this particular paper, the DEA approach, that is the classical index of balance, these two approaches, and the DEA approach have been used as a methodology in this particular paper. So just copy it over here, the classical index of the balance sheet and the non-parametric method, that is the DEA. Similarly, you can copy your conclusion and the result and analysis. So in this way, taking the information from various sources, you can put it over here in a matrix. How it will help you? This will help you to compare and differentiate the different approaches, the different research methodologies. For example, this paper has used the DEA approach, while this paper has used the traditional approach as well as the DEA approach. Similarly, you can see you can compare the conclusion sections you can check the publications here and much more. So this is very helpful for identifying the important sources in your literature, as well as to compare and check the differences among the different resources that has been published earlier. Hope this video will help you in understanding the concept of the literature review matrix.